Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a kind of pros and cons to my Kindle. Here she is, but really this is just going to be me talking about why you should get a Kindle because I love it so much. I was reading it like pretty consistently. Like a lot of the books I wanted to read I could just find on my Kindle for a little while. And I was like, I just love this thing so much because it's just so convenient. And so I figured I'd talk about it today. And I know a lot of people have done this video, so I just tried to think of, you know, things that I personally could relate to, things that I actually really enjoy the Kindle for, and hopefully there's some different things in here that people haven't talked about before. But so I have the Kindle Paperwhite. It's like the 2021 version, I think. I'm not sure. I think there's a new one out that's like in color maybe. Don't have that one, but I don't really care to. Like, I feel like this one's served me pretty well. I don't really need color to it, but if y'all are interested, probably get the newest one. So yeah, I wrote some pros and cons on my phone. Hopefully y'all can see me. I tried to be back more because I've realized that I feel like I'm like really close to the camera in a lot of these videos. So now I can't really see myself very well. I'm bad vision. Can't really see myself very well. So I hope I'm in focused. Let's get into the cons of owning a Kindle. Figured we'd do the cons first because then we can end on a positive note. And I have a lot more pros. So the first con I have is that it is not very durable. And I actually have a little bit of a story time for this. So I took my Kindle with me on vacation. Me and my mom went on a cruise and I took my Kindle with me. I didn't have this thing at the time, this little cover for it. I put this in my beach bag thinking I was gonna read on it. I ended up not reading on it because there was no Wi-Fi on the boat and I didn't really have anything downloaded that I really wanted to read. So I ended up not even reading on it. Yeah, I just put it in my beach bag, and when I took it out, I had all these little scratches on it. I also have the ads on it, so there's just a random book, but you see those scratches like right? Yeah. So that does bother me a little. It is like a cheaper feel than if you're getting an iPad or something, but it's a lot cheaper than buying an iPad and a lot lighter, which is a good thing. So it's a con, but at the same time, I didn't expect it to be any better quality, and it's not like it feels like paper or anything. It feels like technology. Moral of the story, I definitely recommend getting a little cover for it of some sort, or at least like the cases that have the cover on it, just so you can make sure that it doesn't get scratched up like that. Also, you should get one of these little straps of some sort, either one of these straps. I just got this on Amazon. I'll link it in the description, but I got one of these straps for it and this clear case. Yeah, so I can like hold it like this. So either this or like a pop socket or something just to make it more secure, but at least a little cover for it so it doesn't get scratched when it's in your bag, in your beach bag, seashells and stuff. So yeah, that's my first con. Another con is the fact that if the book is not on Kindle Unlimited or on Libby, a lot of the time the books tend to be around the same price as a physical book, and in that case I do recommend just getting the physical book, because for me, I like collecting books and, you know, like being able to see them on my shelf and see that I read them. A lot of the time, if it's not on Kindle Unlimited or Libby, it's probably going to be around the same, a little bit cheaper, but around the same price as a physical copy, to make it not seem like that big of a difference, and you probably just want to buy the physical book. But a lot of the time there's some way to get it on your Kindle. And sometimes where it's not on Kindle Unlimited or Libby, but you can click on it and like see how much it costs. Sometimes it is like hidden, but it's like either free or like really cheap, like a couple dollars. So you just gotta look out for the deals with it. But whenever I'm looking at a book, I first try to see if it's on Kindle Unlimited or Libby, and then if it's not, then I will buy the physical copy. Okay, and literally the last con I have is that it does load slowly. This is probably something that, you know, is a common thing that people know about Kindles, but there is a delay. Like, let me show you. Like, it turns on and then it's loading. It's loading. So it's just like a little bit of a delay, but when you're actually reading a book, you can swipe through the pages and it's not like refreshing every time or anything. Hi, Vito. Welcome to the party. So yeah, that is kind of a negative, that like when you're like shopping for a book, it takes a second to load, but you're spending more time on your Kindle reading the book, and if there's never a problem really with the experience of reading your book, then I don't really think that it matters that much if, you know, the occasion that you do look up a book, it takes a second. Not like something you're gonna be doing every day. So those are my cons. Clearly I did not have a lot because I really do love my Kindle, and it was very hard for me to come up with any cons, honestly, because it's something I really recommend. So now let's just jump into the pros of getting a Kindle, basically why I think you should get a Kindle. And this is in no particular order. I really just like wrote them down as I thought of them. First thing I put is that it is not very, a Kindle is not very expensive. This one, I think it's like around $100. And honestly, what I did is I did it on Amazon and just did the like payment method where I paid like $25 for a few months just because I didn't want to take that much out of my bank account at once. It really is not very expensive and you get so much use out of it. And you can actually trade in if you already like have a Kindle but it doesn't work anymore or something. Ow, my foot is cramping. Oh my gosh. Oh, now you see my pajama pants. But yeah, you can actually trade in your Kindle. They have that option on Amazon. I don't know if they have it anywhere else. But you can trade in your Kindle and get like 15 to 20% off, something like that, on a new Kindle. So if you already have one, you might as well do that and then you get money off. Next thing I put about the Kindle is that there are so many options of books that you can read on this Kindle. Like literally everything is on here, even if it's not Kindle Unlimited or on Libby or something. I mean, there's a lot of options and you'd be surprised how many books are Kindle Unlimited. It's something that like I always look up, like just to make sure if the book is Kindle Unlimited. Especially even if I have the paperback, I'd rather read it on my Kindle because I just think this is like so much easier to read on. But yeah, so it is a lot more comfortable to read than a book, I feel like. I know a lot of people like the feel of paperback, and in that sense I guess it's a negative thing that it's not like a physical book that you can actually physically turn the pages. And that was something that at first I felt like I wouldn't like, but turns out I really do not mind. It's so much more comfortable. I like lay in bed. I feel like I can lay more. Like when I'm reading a physical book, I feel like I have to sit up, you know, turn the pages. It's just more work than just like sitting down and like having one finger on it and just like tapping through the pages. Okay, and this is where I also put down the recommendation to look at Kindle Unlimited if you have the Kindle Unlimited subscription. I think it's like $5 a month or something. I pay for it, but I really don't know how much I pay. It's really cheap. So, and then you can pick from all the Kindle Unlimited books, and I will have like a little list of recommendations at the end just in case y'all were looking for some. But yeah, so I have the Kindle Unlimited subscription. I see if a book I want to read is on Kindle Unlimited, but I also have Libby. I don't have to pay for that. I just went and got a library card, and Libby basically syncs up to your library card. I just like enter my number and then it brings up all the ebooks that are available from your library, and you can put like multiple different library cards on it if you have like multiple different, because then it gives you more like options. So yeah, I definitely recommend if you get a Kindle at least getting Libby, because I love Libby. You can download the books and read them on your Kindle, read them on your phone on the Kindle app, or you can listen to audiobooks too, which I've done a couple times and I've really liked that as well. There's a lot of options for ways you can get free books on Kindle. Another cool thing about the Kindle is that it actually tracks your reading speed, which for me kind of makes me feel bad because I read so slow. So it's like, girl, you literally got 12 more hours of this book. I'm like, oh no. It is really nice to see like actually how long this chapter would take you. Like, should I stay up for another 30 minutes to read this chapter or no? There's a lot of different ways to customize it. So you can either have your reading speed on there. I won't be able to do it because I haven't started a book. Oh no. Okay, let me just show you where it'll be, because I haven't started a book. Look at the bottom, it literally says, hopefully you can see that, it says learning. It says learning your reading speed. So right down there, it normally says once you like start the book, it'll learn your reading speed, and then it'll tell you how long it has. Either you can pick like either the chapter or how long you have in the actual book, and then it always has like the percentage that you are through the book. So I just thought that was neat, and I always use that because I like to see how long I have, because if you're not physically holding it, it's harder to tell where you are in the book. You also don't have to like go to Goodreads every time you finish a chapter and see how much farther you got in it. You can automatically just see what percentage you're on. The Kindle also connects to your Goodreads, so when you start a book, it gives you the option to update your Goodreads and say like mark as currently reading, which I always do so that I can like see my progress in the book and then have that go towards my reading goal on Goodreads. So yeah, it does connect to my Goodreads, and you can even rate it. Like once you get to the end, it'll like bring up the star rating for Goodreads, like 1 to 5 stars, and you can rate it right then and there, right when you end the book, which sometimes is not a good thing to rate it right when you finish, but I tend to do that a lot. You can also highlight in Kindle, and it's really easy. I actually did this a lot. Like, oh, you can't see them. My Magnolia Parks books are right up here. Let me show you. My pride and joy. So yeah, I actually did that with my Magnolia Parks books, where it was really easy. Like I have the physical copies. I just love those books so much that I didn't want to like wear them out or anything. Like I didn't want to like bend the spine or anything because I love the way they all look together. And what I did was I read it on my Kindle. I highlighted things and I bookmarked pages that I wanted to end up tabbing at the end. And then I went back every so often throughout the book, and I went back in my physical book and highlighted and tabbed and everything, and it made it so much easier. And I really enjoyed that experience because it was like I felt like I got to relive those moments while like annotating it and everything without actually having to like read through the whole book. So I just like picked out my favorite parts. So that's really good. You can look back at your Kindle notes anytime, like after you finish a book. It like saves all those notes in your Kindle. And it's also backlit, I think is what you call it. But basically, like if you take your phone outside and it's bright outside, you can't see your phone, but when you take your Kindle outside, you can still see your Kindle. Like it adjusts to any light, and you can still see your pages if you're like lying on the beach with your Kindle, as opposed to like bringing your phone where you can't really see anything that's on your screen, which is also nice because when you're lying in bed, you don't have to have the light on. Okay, and then the last pro for why I think you should buy a Kindle is that the battery life is really good on this. Like I barely have to charge it. I don't think it's ever like died on me, and the charger is the same as the MacBook and the iPad charger, so sometimes I just use that. I don't know if that's like okay to do. I do that a lot, but let me see how long. Like a normal Kindle normally lasts up to 14 hours of reading. I can literally read, like I'm a slow reader, I can read multiple books on this Kindle without it dying. So I think that's pretty impressive, honestly. It definitely lasts longer than any of my other devices. So hopefully that went out with a bang. Hopefully that was a good last one. So those are all my pros and cons to the Kindle right here. I love it so much. Definitely get one if I haven't convinced you already. Definitely recommend it. It's cheap, and it honestly saves you money if you're not thinking about buying all the books that you could read for free on your Kindle. It really comes in handy. So now let me just tell you a few, I say a few, but like I thought of so many while I was just like scrolling through Kindle trying to come up with some recommendations. So I'm just gonna quickly say some Kindle recommendations that you might not have known are on Kindle. Some of these I haven't even read, but I know that they're popular books that a lot of people like that you might not have known were on the Kindle. So we have Magnolia Parks and the Daisy Hates books. Those two books, the first two books, are on Kindle Unlimited, and then I think after that, like the second two are not on Kindle Unlimited. You actually have to pay for them, but I did read 1 and 2 both on Kindle Unlimited. The Flawless series is on Kindle Unlimited by Elsie Silvers. I haven't read those. They're very popular right now on Kindle Unlimited. Entangled with Fae series, I think that whole series, there's like a bunch of books, like 5 or so books of that series, and I did read one of those. I read the first one and it was pretty good. His and Hers by Alice Feeney is on Kindle Unlimited. I'm pretty sure a few other of her books are, not all of them, but His and Hers I've seen like multiple times on Kindle Unlimited. Freedom McFadden, a lot of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, maybe all of them, but like she has The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, The Inmate, Lucy Score. A lot of Lucy Score's books are on Kindle Unlimited. She wrote Things We Never Got Over, Things We Hide from the Light, and By a Thread. Ghosted, I've heard, is a really good one. That's by J.M. Darhauer or something like that. A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime is on Kindle Unlimited. A lot of Colleen Hoover, If He Had Been With Me, that sad book that I haven't read yet but I'm scared to read, by Laura Nolan, that's on Kindle Unlimited. 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. A lot of Lauren Asher books like the Dirty Air series and Dreamland Billionaire series, those are both on Kindle Unlimited. Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. What was it? The Mile High book, that's on Kindle Unlimited. In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. A lot of Devney Perry's books. She wrote the Calamity Montana series, and oh, I forgot what the other series is called, but the one that's like, oh, Jupiter Hill and Indigo Ridge, that series, the Eden series. And I really could just keep going. I kept thinking of so many more that are like popular books that I've heard of that I was surprised to see on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm not gonna go for too much longer. Yeah, I highly recommend getting a Kindle. Definitely get Libby if you have a library card. It's free to get a library card. I literally got my Kindle and then went and got a library card and it took me 5 minutes. Definitely recommend the Kindle. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and I hope y'all learned more about the Kindle. I tried to make it my own opinion and not what other people have said about it, so maybe there's some different things in there that you haven't heard before. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and I'll see y'all very soon for another one. Bye!